Hey, Tiny Dream Team, this is Tammy. I am coming to you live from Phoenix Building Solutions here in Alabama, Greenville, I believe, Alabama. And I am Mr. Chubby's better half. And I just thought I would show you this home. It's a beautiful park model RV ANSI tiny home. I know that's a lot to say, but we are standing in it and I'm going to show you a quick tour. Now, Mr. Tiny, no, not Mr. Tiny, Mr. Chubby, that's my husband. Boy, I must be thinking about Mr. Tiny. Oh my goodness. Mr. Chubby has shown you a model that's very similar to this, and we're not going to spend too much time on it. So he said, well, this would be good practice for me because, you know, I'm hardly ever on film other than when we're doing our lives and our sit down talks. So, with that said, what is the model name of this, my dear?
Vista 2.0.
The Vista 2.0, that's right.
With the porch.
And you are looking at the living room now, and it's a spectacular size for a full size couch or a L-shaped couch. That'd be great. You can do it in a little bit of boho style and make it even more fantabulous. But anyway, that's part of that. And next, we want to show you. Well, I really want to show you the living room first. So if my husband would pan over that way, I want to show you the fireplace. It's a nice little electric fireplace, and I'm sure it puts out some heat. I'm not sure if it's full heating source, but just right above that, you'll see that there is a mini split that's a Della brand, and this mini split also has heat as well. So there you go. That covers your heat. Now, moving on, there is television area for your television, a plug-in, and a cable connection, and then your door. Your front door is a French door that has built-in blinds, which are great. Everybody likes to let some sun in, but when you don't want it, you can close it down. You'll have to provide your own blinds for most of these places that we go to because they never seem to add blinds to their models, but that's okay. That's not a big problem. At least you'll get to choose what you like. My husband and I, Mr. Chubby, we both like accordion style blinds, so that's a good thing that they don't include the blinds. But up above you, I'm going to say that we have a nice ceiling fan and a numerous amount of recessed lights. There's just so many recessed lights up there. Let's see, how many do we see? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Is it 9, 10? 10 recessed lights, and your smoke detector there.
12.
Oh, yes. In the loft, there is 2 more. And moving on, we are moving on to the kitchen. Over in the kitchen area, you see that you have a farmhouse sink and you have these beautiful cabinets that look like an aspen color, and they are particle board at the bottom and real wood on the fronts. And they're also soft close, so that's a great thing if you like that sort of thing. You don't need any grandchildren or children slamming your kitchen doors, especially when you live in a tiny house. Over here you have this nice little bar area that you could use or utilize for a coffee bar, which would be great, or just a place to put your bills.
Now in the Vista 1.0, you don't have the loft, so you don't have the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
But instead, you have an open area here with shelves above. You guys go over and watch that video for that. But the one we showed you at Sylacauga at Atkinson is very similar to this. It had these stairs that are like shelves
I
as
think
well.
you're wrong, dear. I think this other place was not Atkinson.
Oh, you're right.
It was the A to Z,
A to Z.
mobile home
Yeah, that's
place.
right. A to Z.
Yes, and
A to Z home place.
that's in
Thorsby.
Thorsby. Okay, Thorsby, Alabama. But anyway, moving on, we have the steps that go up to your loft that are shelves that you can put your plants or anything on. I don't really recommend putting your dishes here because if you have children or anything going up, they might kick it, and that might not be good. Or you don't want your feet funk next to what you're eating out of.
Feet funk.
Feet funk.
Now that loft goes.
Your uptown funk. It's a pretty deep loft, but I'm not planning on climbing that right yet.
Yeah, that goes over the kitchen and bath area, so it stops at the bedroom.
Over here in the kitchen area, you still have this faux lazy Susan. That's what I'm going to call it. There is no lazy Susan turnstile. As you see, that's just set shelving, which is fine.
Yeah, and that's great to have that style of door so you can access it.
It is. It's very neat. And you have your full-size dishwasher there, and you have your farm sink, and they did a pretty good job matching the knobs to the sink. But I still believe that they probably should work on having this faucet brushed. This is brushed, that should be brushed too.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyway, moving on over here to your left, going down the hallway, is like an open spice rack. So if you're one of those people that like to organize everything and have your OXO or your other storage containers or even mason jars to put all of your goodies in, that would just be beautiful right here. All the organization.
They can do a cabinet there instead of the open shelf if you like.
Oh, they can?
Yeah.
So they can do a pantry cabinet here?
Pantry cabinet.
Okay, so that's a neat option. It's good to think about. And over here you have your Whirlpool appliances with your microwave and your flat top range, and your Whirlpool top and bottom refrigerator, which usually they think about changing the door over to this side.
Ryan said not to point that out.
Oh,
yeah.
Excuse me, Ryan. I'm so sorry, but he is going to make sure that when it's set up for you, that it'll be the opposite direction. Then you have your bathroom here that has your barn door that is affixed for transport, so we can't pull it open and show you how it rolls. And over here you are in your bathroom and you have your standard toilet, which Mr. Chubby and I, we prefer a chair height toilet. So if we were to buy a model here, we would definitely get them to change that out for us. And I'm sure that wouldn't be much of a problem. And over here you have just your standard sink, vanity combo. And above your head, you have the recessed lights. You have two of them, one over your vanity and one over your shower. And then you have your standard bathroom fan above your head and a full-size, what would you say this is? 48-inch shower.
With
one piece, with one seat, yes. Which I kind of don't understand the way they come with the seat on the side of the shower head, but it is what it is. I don't understand the factory. And over here you have your nice size washer and dryer stackable area. You can get a good LG wash tower and stick it right in there. Not that we're affiliated with LG or partnered with them, but LG, if you would like to contact us, we would be sure to review your products. Over here we have a great space in the bedroom for a queen size bed. Do you think a king size bed would fit, Mr. Chubby?
It likely will, but the lengthwise no problem. Widthwise, you may be a little space to get in between the wall and the bed, but I think you probably could. I measured this and I've forgotten the measurement. I think it's like 8 foot by 10 foot 4 or 11 foot.
Okay,
So I think there's plenty of room for a king size. But
wonderful. And we're going to move on to this beautiful, beautiful window up here that will flank your bedroom or flank your headboard, hopefully.
yeah.
Hopefully. And moving over here, you have a neat little closet. Now, they have left a small amount of shelving for his and hers on both sides with this nice area for your sweaters and underwear and such.
Yeah, my big recommendation for Phoenix Building Solutions is give me 3 to 4 to 6 more inches depth in your closets.
Right.
Because I've measured some of their closets and they are 2 foot deep. A lot of them are not. And it becomes a struggle. I talked about this in a recent previous video, that if your closet is not very deep and you're using a hanger, it's
Right.
going to bump into the door.
You definitely need to measure your hanger, your standard hanger, and then probably give it about, 2 or 3 inches on each side.
Yeah, but because your shelves are 12 inches. Okay, so theoretically your hanger is sitting right on the middle of that shelf. So you really need 12 inches on each side.
And what about your Cinderellas that live in tiny homes? They have big hoop skirts and tiny, or not tiny dresses, but huge dresses that are just not going to fit in here adequately. They'd have to stuff them up in here, and then every time they use them, they'd have to get them out and break out the iron or take them to the dry cleaners. So
now again, this one's lofted, not lofted, but the loft is over the kitchen and the bathroom, so you have your cathedral ceiling in here. And again, you got your tongue and groove on the um, walls and the ceiling. And this, what do you think of this color scheme in here with the varnished look, the polished look with the white? Do you like that?
I like it with the white, but I would appreciate if the color choice around the trim here was the duplicate color trim for, not trim, but the color for the ceiling.
Well, what they've done is they've taken the raw wood and polished everything below the ceiling, but they didn't polish the ceiling.
Right. Or you can paint that ceiling any color you want. We saw another home that we're about to tour with Phoenix Building Solutions with the gray colored ceiling, which is really pretty, the painted wood gray colored ceiling. And all of these homes come complete with these very nice vinyl frame dual glaze single hung windows. And so that's an important thing for energy efficiency. There is one Della AC unit. There's one Della AC unit in this home, and they do put some ventilation up above this slider right here to, I guess, allow some airflow in here when you have the door shut. So I guess that's good. You can always add a second one. I believe that that they wouldn't have any problem with that. But, okay. Moving on to the loft, we have one more area to show you, and then we will be done with the tour.
Now, rebar rails all the way around. And as you can see up here, you do have a space where you can hook up your television and electrical outlet. There's your ventilation.
Speak up, dear. You have the microphone down here on me.
Well, I think you can hear me up here with the phone without having the microphone. But at any rate, you've got 4 windows and 4 recessed lights. And could you hand me the tape measure? Because someone's asked me before, and I failed to do this. And I apologize, folks. But people have asked me, what is the loft height? And then a lot of people say, well, the loft is too short. And we'll talk about that really quickly. Here on the sides of this home, right here, you've got 2 foot 5 inches. So that's 29.5 inches. So basically 30 inches at the sides. And as you get closer to the eave, it's 36 inches. Okay? So Doesn't seem like a lot of lofts height. But the problem you have with lofts and with tiny homes on wheels or any type of movable tiny home, RV park models especially, is you have height restrictions. So if you want a loft that's taller, then that height has to come from somewhere. Okay, so if you're going to make your loft higher, then guess what? Your ceiling in your kitchen and your bathroom is going to have to be shorter. So you've got to give up one for the other because the heights, they're going to max out the heights of these homes. But you've only got so much space. So it's got to come from somewhere, right?
And we just want to thank you for watching. This is one, like I said, Mr. Chubby has filmed ones very similar to this before with maybe just some slightly different variations of features. So go back and maybe he'll put the other link to the other one up here or down there.
Or at the end of the video.
Right.
And also, don't forget, you guys are going to have a lot of questions like, where are they located? Where do they deliver to? What do they, who are the dealers? Because this is a manufacturer. And they only have 3 dealers because this is a relatively new company. But they will sell direct right now. Okay? And they are in their growing stage. And their goal is to be what? The #1 manufacturer of park models in the United States.
Right.
That is their goal.
That is their goal.
Yes. And what we have learned is they are very open to customizing right now at this stage. If they get humongous, they may have to you get this model and that's what you get. But right now they are very customizable. We're filming several here, so watch those videos. But you're going to have questions like, what's the insulation? Do they have 2x4, 2x6? What kind of subfloor? What kind of this? What kind of that? Instead of doing that in each video, we wanted to keep these videos short and sweet and to the point so you can get to the tour. But we do have an interview video with Mr. Ryan here at Phoenix Building Solutions where we're going to get all those questions answered. And we'll put a link to that at the end of this video. So you guys watch that and you'll have all these questions answered. But anyway, with that, we're going to close out this video. We hope you enjoyed it. Like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you can see us again.
Y'all have a good one.